How's this spring gone for the receivers particularly?
Say it again.
How do you feel like the spring has gone for the receivers?
I feel like I saw progress. I saw guys competing. I saw guys responding. If they didn't have a good play or a good practice, I thought they came out and responded the next day or the next rep, the opportunity that they had. I thought it went really well because guys were, doing a good job of encouraging each other, pushing each other and holding each other accountable. You saw some guys out here making plays, taking turn making plays, at times kind of up and down, but I'm really proud of the guys and the way they work this spring.
Catron's been here a while, but does it feel like he's made even a bigger jump this year from even last year?
Catron's made a lot of plays this spring, a lot of plays for us. At one point in time, kind of went down a little bit like a practice, came back up, responded. But he's one of the ones that really sticks out, and made the most strides this spring for us, and making plays. And not only that, being more of a vocal leader for us as well. But he's done an unbelievable job with his technique, the fundamental stuff, taking the coaching, and just being an example, for guys out there in that field.
Guys like or a guy like Hykeem Williams coming in, what have you seen from him? I guess
he's made some strides. Probably a little slower than some others. Probably got to get him down, lose a little weight and everything, and just kind of get him going a little bit. But you've seen spurts of what he can become. He's made some plays for us as well. Left some plays on the field. Also, but just got to get him to understand the intensity and the way we practice here at Florida State. And that's any typical young guy that comes in, getting adjusted to how we practice here.
Vandrevius Jacobs, another guy, another true freshman coming in. What have you seen from him? Like, how has he, I guess, impressed you or that sort of thing?
Dre, he started out early, making plays, especially like one-on-ones. Just got to get more of the detail and the fundamental stuff down with him. But he's done an unbelievable job to come in and compete and kind of, make strides to get better and be a better football player. So I'm excited about both of those guys' progress, and what they can become.
It seems like Johnny has improved some of his route running this spring so far, and has been a little more consistent catching the ball. What has he improved on?
That's the biggest thing. You see him more singing his hips, getting in and out of his breaks, staying tight, catching the football better. And really for him the focus was, route running, being consistent, catching the football, and finishing. And he's done that. He's done a really good job of coming out here with the mindset every day that no matter what happens on a play, I'm gonna respond the next play. So he's done a good job having a short memory and coming back and being a really good football player for us this spring.
You got a lot of guys that have different sizes and speed levels, but how are they pretty interchangeable, the receivers, or do you feel like they've got specific roles?
And I kind of talked to my guys yesterday about what is your role, and you got to come out here in spring ball. You got to come out and we got to figure out, what is your role, and you got to earn that role. We do have some guys that's interchangeable. Some guys that I just have maybe focusing on one, position. But we teach conceptually. And the guys have done a good job of having an understanding for it. So you can move guys around a little bit. You kind of saw it out there in 2 minutes where one guy was on one side and tell another guy to stay over. But a young guy kind of switching over. And I just told him to go ahead and go. And but those guys have done a good job being interchangeable and learning not just their position but understanding the concepts.
Speaking of that, Ja'Kai Douglas is someone that's kind of had a good spring, and with his ability to get open and catch the ball, is he someone you see as a versatile piece, or someone like kind of see more in the slot?
No, he's versatile, and I don't know if you saw it like this spring. We kind of had him as an outside receiver as well. We had a few guys go down, and he stepped right in, played outside receiver for us, and sometimes we need him in the slot. He played slot receiver. He played in the boundary a couple times today, actually. But just him understanding what's going on in the offense, and not only playing the slot receiver but playing outside as well has helped this unit this spring.
Has Micah been able to? I know he's not able to do a whole lot, but is he able to just be a leader and good teammate and help the younger receivers?
He has, and you seen him a couple times in one-on-ones trying to walk on the field, getting excited for the guys, and I'm like, you got to get back, man, because you can't move, you know. And but he has been doing that, and he understands his role off the field as well as on the field. You know, just because you're not going doesn't mean you can't be a leader, you know, and an encourager, you know, for these guys because they all need it.
And with Hykeem being so much bigger and stronger than probably guys in high school, is a big receiver you kind of able to kind of rely on that, and then is it different at this level? I mean,
yeah, it's kind of on this level. Everybody's, if they're not as big, they're still strong, and they're probably stronger than he is coming out of high school. You know, so you can't just use that body like you did before, and now you got to rely on the technique and fundamentals a lot more than you did in high school. You know, and that's something that you know, where he's steadily improving daily.
What physical, like, could you say what physical characteristics kind of matter most between the different receivers, like a 9 and a 5 and a 2 and stuff? Like, how do those contrast, I guess, and what do you look for most in each of those spots?
Well, it's kind of more outside receiver and inside receiver, you know, and really those inside receivers are interchangeable as well, you know. But you know, we do look at times for bigger guys, you know, to play that 9 position, you know. It really doesn't matter. I mean, we just like good football players, you know, and that's what it boils down to. We don't care about the stars, you know. We care about guys that want to work, you know, and that's really all that matters when it comes to playing wide receiver. Because when you come in, you're gonna get challenged, you know, at the receiver position. You know, so it's more football players, you know. We'll figure it out when they get here.
Now, obviously, health is something that's not granted in football ever, you know. But when the room is healthy, you guys do have, like, you know, different matchups you guys can use. Is that gonna be like for games, like, is it gonna be matchup based who gets on the field, or is it gonna be like, you know, how's that determined?
Well, I mean, the best guys are gonna play. You know, that's it. The best guys are gonna be on the football field, whether it's receivers or backs or tight ends, you know, whoever it may be. But the best guys are gonna be on the football field. Now, it may be times where, you know, you scheme and all that stuff, and you see some mismatches that may give a defense problems, you know, within a week, you know, during the game plan. And that may happen, you know, but for the most part, the best guys that's, you know, being consistent out here on the practice field are going to be the guys that know their assignments, are going to be the guys that's out there on the football field.
Has anything Dre's done surprised you?
It actually has. You know, he's a little faster than what I thought, and I've seen him practice. I saw a spring game. I saw a regular season game or a playoff game, you know, of him. And he's a little bit faster. He's gotten a little bit stronger. He's put more weight on. A little quicker than what I thought. He's got the ball skills, but towards the end, you know, he's just kind of not as consistent, you know, catching the football. Because starting when you get tired, start relying on body catching and not, you know, relying on the hands that you have.
I guess the challenge for those guys, how difficult is the challenge as a freshman to play a college football season, like physically and mentally?
Yeah, it's tough, you know, because halfway through the season, you know, your season's done or either you're in the playoffs, you know, and we're still rolling in the regular season. You know, so for those guys, I try to, you know, tell them, hey, look, you got to take care of your body. I was just asking my guys, how many of you guys go to the training room after every practice or before practice, and not just to get taped, you know? And if you don't take care of your body, you know, you won't be able to perform throughout a football season. And they know that just because the starters are going, and you may think you may not get a rep, you know, but those starters can't play 60 and 70 plays every week, you know, so you got to be ready to perform, you know, regardless. So it's very important that those guys have understanding for that.